Ani, good morning. Mary Jo Wabano, Dishnika's Health Services Director for Wikwemkong Naandwechige-Gamig Health Center. And we also have Teresa Pongwish, our Health Manager for Primary Care Department. Today we'd like to take a few minutes of your time to provide a reminder to our members about the heightened importance of continuing to practice all the health and safety guidelines associated with trying to lessen exposure and spread of the COVID-19 virus. We are all aware that in the last 10 days alone, Public Health Sudbury and District, which is also the public health agency for Manitoulin Island, has reported 22 new cases of COVID-19, and that's since July 20th. The medical officer of health at the health agency in Sudbury has publicly stated that it is very concerning to be reporting on another 10 cases, and even more worrisome is that of these 22 new cases, 8 are individuals with no known exposure. Cases of COVID-19 that are not linked to travel or to other cases means that there is community spread of the virus. The Sudbury and District Health Unit states that community spread remains possible and is likely in Sudbury and districts, that limiting our contacts and in-person interactions as much as possible is critical in reducing transmission of COVID-19. So I'd like to bring to your attention to this very issue. Since the province, including Wikwemkong, has lessened some restrictions to allow for business to reopen and increase numbers for social gatherings, we have heard and seen people, sometimes in large amounts, gatherings and socializing. For the most part, businesses have plans in place that adhere to rules and regulations for COVID-19 health and safety measures. We also need to remember to practice these health rules when we are in our non-monitored settings, such as the beach, camps, or even our family or friends' backyards and at our homes. So I'm going to ask Teresa if she could provide more information on some of those guidelines.
That's right, Mary Jo. And so here are just some of the highlights from the new normal gathering and socializing guidelines implemented within the province, which we urge the community to follow as well. Indoor gathering limits have increased to a maximum of 50 people. Indoor gathering limits apply to events that are fully or partially indoors. Indoor events and gatherings cannot be combined with an outdoor event or gathering to increase the applicable gathering size. Outdoor gathering limits have increased to a maximum of 100 people. In all cases, individuals are required to continue to maintain physical distancing of at least 2 meters with people from outside of their households or their social circles, and people gathering indoors for religious services, rites or ceremonies, and wedding ceremonies or funeral services can continue to fill up to 30% of the capacity of the particular room. In regards to social circles, in the new normal of social circles, this means a group of up to 10 of the same people who can interact with one another without physical distancing. So between family and friends, a group of up to 10. Social or public gatherings may include different social circles, but are subject to the gathering limits and physical distancing of at least 2 meters or 6 feet.
Included in the gathering and socializing guidelines, we must also remember the other simple health guidelines to lessen exposure and spread. So to consider lessening your travel. Don't go into public places if you don't have to. But if you do, keep the 6 feet away from others. Wear your mask. We've provided many people within our community with the cloth masks. Wash and sanitize your hands. Again, that's something we should be doing on a regular basis. Cough and sneeze into a tissue or sleeve if you have one. All of these may seem like a lot. All of this may seem like a lot of information to take in. But we all have to remember we're living in a new world with a new normal. Wikwemkong, we know each and every one of you have been very patient, supportive, and cooperative, and doing the best you can. The best we can as a community in working together to keep the virus away. And we thank you, and we say Chimigwech because we appreciate all the support that you've given to our community. We applaud you. We encourage you to keep it up, especially now since many people are venturing into social settings for shopping, dining, recreational activities, and leisure. We also encourage seeking medical advice if you think you may have COVID-19 symptoms. And even if you don't have symptoms, referred to as being asymptomatic, you can and should still be tested just for peace of mind and most importantly for community strength in conquering COVID-19 every step of its way.
So if you have any questions or concerns about COVID-19, please call our nursing staff between the hours of 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 705-859-3164. Or if it's after hours or on weekends, you can call the on-call nurse 705-690-8941 or toll free 1-833-770-0436. And if you want to book asymptomatic COVID-19 testing, you can contact the health center during the day and speak to one of our receptionists at 705-859-3164. Testing is done every Monday and Tuesday up at the Blue Med Tent facility, which is located in the Wicomakong High School parking lot. And you can't miss it, it's a big blue tent. We just ask that you book your appointment by 12 noon on Fridays.
So on behalf of Naandwechige-Gamig, Wicomakong Health Center, the entire staff would like to say Chimigwech for all the efforts we've been putting into the work that's been done, being aware of your surroundings and supporting your family members through this time of a different way of living. So Miigwech again. Thank you for the work that you've been doing and keeping each and every one of us safe and healthy. Naha, Miigwech, Bama.